Here's my review of the Olight S Mini Baton in raw copper. This light was sent to me by my good friends at Olight, and here's a quick review. This light is in beautiful raw copper, and it is tiny. Hope you can see the detail here. It is just beautiful. And this is after I've had it out and been EDCing it every day for about 3 weeks. So it's got some scratches on the tail cap and it's taken on a patina. And I'll go more into that. It's just a beautiful light. And that's part of the reason why I've been carrying it, is I love how it looks. It came in this really nice holiday box, and I'll roll in a picture of it here. I've got the camera set up really tight. Comes with instructions in the lid. And the flashlight itself comes in this nice foam bottom. So how small is the S Mini Baton? Here I've got an Olight S10R. And as you can see, it's quite a bit shorter. They both use a CR123 sized battery. And here I've got the new H1R Nova. And I've got reviews of both of these lights on my channel. You can see the H1 Nova here is just a little bit longer. Also uses CR123. And also I'll compare it against this LumenTop tool, which I also have a review on my channel with. This is a AAA light, and as you can see, it's a lot lighter. But the reason I have this LumenTop tool here is it's a raw copper light as well, and I've had it a lot longer, and you can see it's taken on a patina. Think of it kind of like an old penny. You can see it's darker in places, and the scratches on it, I just like how it looks. It's a neat look for sure. And that's what my Olight will become eventually. I will roll in some pictures here of what it looked like when it arrived. It arrived in a plastic bag that was tightly formed around it, and there was some discoloration at the head of the light from the bag. I didn't like that, so I quickly took a little bit of metal polish and just brightened my edges up. And then I took some isopropyl alcohol to wipe off the protectant of the polish, and that worked really well. What I was left with was a really shiny copper light, and it's really cool to me. So after about 3 weeks in my pocket, it really hasn't tarnished much. And I expect that to change. It's tarnished some, and you can see that if I take off the tail cap here, you've got tarnished copper, and then you've got the more tarnished side. While we're in the tail cap, I am running this with an Olight rechargeable RCR123 cell. These are made for rechargeables with a tail cap Olight like my S10R. It'd be the exact same battery that's in the S10R. But the S Mini Baton is not rechargeable. That's fine. The battery works just fine, and it's the right length. I had some other rechargeable RCR123s that didn't really like to work. I think it was because of the button height and the protector in the bottom here that you can see. That's fine. I just ran the Olights with the Olights. No big deal. These threads did not come that lubricated. Not a huge deal. I have some lubrication on the way, and it'll provide a topic for a future video. So, performance of the S Mini Baton. It uses a Cree XM-L2 LED. It is good for a maximum of 550 lumens for 1.5 minutes. At that point, it is turned down. It turns down to 300 lumens for 120 minutes. Next is 60 lumens for 8.5 hours, 12 lumens for 64 hours, and lastly, a moonlight mode at half a lumen for a whopping 32 days. All those tests are with a standard RC123A. With the rechargeable like I've got in it, it won't get quite as good a battery life, but that's okay. So what do I really like about this light? Number one, the pocket clip. And you might say isn't that different from other Olight pocket clips, but it is. Let me bring in the S10R. And as you can see, the S10R has, let me get the light right, this square bit that when you slide it over your pants, it catches there, it seems like. With the S Mini, it's almost all the same size, so I don't have that same problem. So it really just slides into the pocket really easily. The pocket clip is not reversible. It is fixed here, so it will pull off with quite a bit of effort, and it will scratch the flashlight body, so I leave it on most of the time. But you can't put it down here at the tail. I suppose you could take it off and reverse it if you wanted to, but I've just left it on. It's a pretty strong pocket clip. I don't have any problems with bending, or I haven't caught it on anything yet. The other thing I like about it is it orients you with the button. So this pocket clip, like some other Olights, doesn't rotate. It is fixed in place. So that always means that your thumb is at the top and it works. With the clip on the bottom, the thumb's on the top. It also seems to fit pretty well for a finger guard there with my finger and then my thumb on top. That's just my hands, but it works pretty well. So inside you can see you've got this TIR optic. So this is concave down into the light with the center being a little bubble out of that. It does collect dust, and you might be able to see that. Inside, the reflector appears to be copper as well, so all copper. Over time, I wonder if that'll corrode or if it's sealed off. It is water resistant, IPX8, and does have a strobe as well. Olight says this is good for 110 meters. I haven't had that I haven't really tested that to 110 meters. That's quite a distance, but I can say for its size, this is by far my best performing flashlight. These are limited production. Each are individually numbered, and I can kind of peel the clip to the side there, and you can see. I'll rotate it. This is number 1969, and they only made a certain amount of these during the year of 2016. Some dealers still have them, so if you're interested, you can probably still find them, but they are limited, so if you want one, act quick. Other materials are available. They've got a couple titanium options. I believe they had a brass option and a dark steel as well, possibly. Here's my light night shots of the Olight S Mini in copper. And here's low mode. I've got the camera bumped up a little bit to show these lower light shots better. You can see in front of you, it does a decent job, but it does not go any distance bumping up. This is a medium mode, really does a nice job lighting up about all you need. It's not a ton of power, but it's enough to get the job done. And this is highest mode with strobe. Here's highest mode, works really nice, really lights up that tree really well. With that TIR optic, the output is really smooth, no problems. Let's see if I can get a beam shot, kind of. Not really. If you triple click, you get strobe. So here are some beam shots. And as you can see, it's got a nice beam quality, and it's got a very even beam. That TIR optic really spreads the light out nice, doesn't give you any hot spots in the middle. Bumping up, that's high, it's just too bright here on video. So here's like a medium. Again, at this short range, you can see it's somewhat spotty, but again, that light has a real nice spread. It spreads out real nice, has quite a bit of flood to it. So I find this to be a really good all-arounder, perfect EDC. I normally don't like to carry the CR123 style, just because I find them a little bit fat, but with the way this clip works, it's about perfect for me. And as you can see, there's the Olight fade in, fade out. I really like that. It's just nice. They have it between all your different modes as well. It's just a nice feature. And then triple clip is strobe. In summary, I really think the Olight S Mini Baton is a fantastic EDC light. It gives you a lot of power that a AAA or light really can't touch because it's lithium powered. You have a lot of voltage there, and as a result, the performance is fantastic. It carries pretty well in the jeans, in my opinion. Carries deep in the pocket with this clip. It also, for me, has been fairly comfortable for a light that's a little bit thicker in diameter. In comparison there, that's a AAA to a CR123, so it's quite a bit thicker, but I think it carries pretty nice. I like the orientation with the pocket clip, like I mentioned. And I love the copper. That's really the special thing about this Olight, is the raw copper. I'm excited to see how it patinas naturally, and it's one of those lights that will always change. It gives it a really nice character, something that's non-tactical and just pretty. A lot of people ask you kind of what it is. One downside, I will say, the copper does scratch, and because it's copper, it is heavy. But for all that performance, that's something I'm willing to take along with it. And they do have lighter options like titanium available if you'd like. I hope you enjoyed this video tonight. I'd appreciate a like and subscribe if you did. I've got more gear reviews on the way. I've got some new flashlights and knives that are shipping and should be here within the next couple of weeks. I'd love for you to be able to watch these videos and tell me what you think. Thanks for watching.